Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sigi and thank you so much for coming back. If you're new, thank you so much for clicking into this video. I hope you consider joining this family by subscribing and liking and commenting. Anyway, thank you so much to everyone who engaged in my previous video. I am grateful. Anyway, today I am here with a very short story time. I'll be talking about my experience when I had the coronavirus. So, how do I even start? On a Wednesday, yes, it was a Wednesday, and I felt tired, but I just thought it was because I had worked a little bit hard that day. I was washing, yes, I was doing laundry, so then I slept, and then when I woke up I still felt tired, and worse, I was like in a very horrible mood. Like I didn't want to talk, like being right. So because again I was in Manzini, and then on that day I decided to come back home, just because schools were closed, né? And then yeah, so when I boarded a bus, there was this guy, he wanted to chat. Oh my goodness. And I'm sorry if I was not in the mood, like being eco right. And he was so stubborn. Like he wanted to chat. He said things like uzoyisola, you'll regret what you are saying, you'll regret not talking to me, what if kuba an accident? We're like, Haibo, mate, get up, like, guy, please just. Anyways, fast forward, I slept all throughout, and then when I reached home, I tried making myself some food, and then I went straight to bed. So when my family, like my mom, dad, and my brothers came back from work and school, they found me in my room, and I never went out until prayer time. Yes, I stayed there because I felt sick. Okay, at that point in time, I had a little bit of headache. It was not a little headache. It was severe. It was a little bit severe. Yes, a severe headache, and I felt hot. Like my temperature was a bit high. But when I tested with what is this? Thermometer. Yes. Yes, when I tested myself using the thermometer, my temperature was fine. Yes, it was fine. Okay, anyways, fast forward, it was prayer time, and we prayed, and I tried to distance myself, okay? And then I went back to sleep. I didn't tell them that I was sick at that time because I thought I had flu, and tomorrow I'll be fine or whatever. And besides that, if you say like if Oshagutige you have like some kind of signs COVID-19, they'll be like, okay, okay. So anyways, I didn't want to alarm anyone, so I went back to sleep, and I thought I'll be okay. But when I woke up the next morning, I felt a bit worse. Like I was a bit worse. Wow, my appetite was like gone, and my taste felt weird. It wasn't gone totally, but everything just tasted ugly. Even pancakes, I even tried making myself some pancakes, but they tasted like horrible. So at that point in time, I didn't think like, what if it's COVID-19? But I was like, no. Because first of all, I was so afraid of testing like the thing that they used to I was like so afraid. So anyways, so in that day I did tell my family that I feel sick, I have a headache, blah blah blah. And then they said, okay, so that means you'll stay in your room. That means you'll stay in your room until you're fine, because like you might be having COVID-19, because first of all you're from Manzini, and like, you know, just stay there. So I stayed there for about 3 days, and they cared for me. They gave me food, some medicine like pills for cold and flu, vitamin C, and yeah, they did everything they could. And then on day 3, I think that was on a Friday. Yes, I think that was on a Friday. So they told me, Ntigi, you have to go and check. I was like, no, I can't. I cannot. I said I can't check, like, I refused. I really refused. And then the next morning they said, okay, Ntigi, asizwa ngawe la, you are going to check for COVID-19. Yes, I cried, like I bawled out. I don't know what was wrong with me. I cry at any time, so I cried. But then my brother drove me to a clinic. Unfortunately, that clinic was closed. All the clinics like nearby were closed, and we went to town, and then they said they don't do checkups or on weekends. So I was happy. In my heart I was like, great, no, God is on my side. Like, I shouldn't check. I am fine. This is just food. I am fine. I was really happy at that time. So went back, and then, oh yes, that was Sabbath day. Went back, and then we tried fellowshipping together. Yes, I tried to distance myself. We were wearing masks, and I was even wearing gloves. Oh my goodness. Anyways, so the next day, fast forward to Monday, I went to the nearest clinic and I asked for checking. So this is what the nurse said. The nurse said, do you have symptoms? Are you coughing? I said, no, I'm not coughing. Were you next to someone who had COVID-19? Said no. Said, were you out of the country? I said no. Then he said, okay, I'm not going to check you. Really? Why? He said, no, we are not allowed to check you if you don't have symptoms. Okay, you are fine, probably have flu. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go and look for pills and medicine for your flu. That's it. We can't. At that time, I was still happy. I was like, wow, I'm great. So then I went back. Then I called my father that the nurse is refusing to test me, to check me. So my father was like, oh, okay, so I guess you should come back home and just ube right nje uhlambuluke. That's what I saying. That's what he said. So then okay, so beside that, I was thinking about my family's safety. I also thought that I am isolated and I have to come out at some point in time. So how will I know that I am fine, and how will they be free, with me being around, everything. So I told the nurse the situation, and then after some time he came back with the kids and everything to check me. So I was nervous. I was very nervous, but he was so gently and kind, and he communicated very well, because he told me everything that he was going to do. He's going to use this kit. He's going to count 5 or 10 times, like, wow, my like kati. And yeah, he was very good. And then yes, I checked, and it was painful. It was painful because that's what I was scared of. It was painful, but because it's painful for a very, very short time, it's like it's not painful, because just after he removes the thing from your nose, you are fine. Anyway, so I checked, and then he went away. And then when he came back, this guy, he came wearing those blue stuffs, more masks, like, yo, hi, how. And when he tested me, he was wearing just his regular uniform. But maseka puise ma result, yo, my overall day. That's when I saw that, okay, I kushubile, like, he doesn't have to tell me. It's obvious. So, my so it was obvious, like, okay, I'm positive, obviously. So anyway, he came back. Then he asked me, have you ever tested for HIV? When there are 2 lines, what does it mean when there's 1 line? And then he said, look at this, how many lines do you see? What does it mean? All those things. Like, okay, yeah, I'm positive. So then after that, he gave me the pills. There's 1 box with 3 pills inside, and he gave me multivitamins, and what else? More calcium, and that's it. Like, oh, and paracetamol, yes. So and then I called my father. When I called my father, I told him the news. He said, oh, okay, so do not worry, you'll be fine, just pray, just be calm. And he said all those positive words, encouraging words. And then I called my mom. My mom said, okay, that means you're moving out from the house. That means you're moving out. Just take your bed, take everything you need, move out to the other room. We have a ronda bell. So I did that, but we just joked about it. Yes, so my experience on being isolated was not that bad because I'm used on staying alone at school. Yes, when I'm at school, I live alone. But living alone, knowing that your loved ones are like right next to you, it hurts. Like, it's not nice. Hearing them laughing and praying, and singing during prayer, it's like not nice. But besides that, it wasn't that bad. And they will also visit me sometimes, but yeah, I had my series and my movies, and I also started reading. I'm like a bookworm right now. But yeah, still I did read a book. So I also slept like almost the whole day, like you've been lying. It's either it was the sickness or the pills that I was drinking. So after the 10 days, I was free, obviously, but I realized that I didn't have like energy, like running for like 5 meters, being like, yeah, I didn't have like that much energy. So these days I'm trying to bring back my, I don't know, energy. Yes, so yes, and I was also happy to come back to my family. Yes, anyways, I'm done with the story. Thank you so much for watching until this far. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below if wagwapata COVID-19, how was it, and yeah, and comment anything else, and take care of yourself. Niti vigele, COVID-19 ya bulalana. I'm grateful that I'm alive. Yeah, anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope I see you in my next video. God bless. Bye bye.